What's your position on the Bat Vigilante in Gotham?
Daily Planet. Wait, do I own this one? Or is that the other guy?
Civil liberties are being trampled on in your city. Good people living in fear.
Don't believe everything you hear, son.
I've seen it, Mr. Wayne. He thinks he's above the law.
The Daily Planet criticizing those who think they're above the law is a little hypocritical. What'd you say? Considering every time your hero saves a cat out of a tree, you read a puff-piece editorial about an alien who, if he wanted to, could burn the whole place down. There wouldn't be a damn thing we could do to stop it.
Most of the world doesn't share your opinion, Mr. Wayne.
Maybe it's the Gotham City in me, and we just have a bad history with freaks dressed like clowns.
Well, first of all, congratulations on this movie. We saw it last night. And I must tell you, I had goosebumps watching the movie.
Oh, yeah?
And not because I was cold. So I would like to know, what was like a moment on set for you where you got goosebumps?
That's a tricky one. Because I'm the kind of person who, I don't know whether it's just because I'm slow or thick-headed, but I tend to get goosebumps way after the fact when I think about something.
Okay.
In the moment, I'm just experiencing the moment. My focus tends to be on the job, for example, in this scenario. But there was a moment on a rooftop where I'm fighting Batman, or Superman's fighting Batman, and it felt like a comic book scene. Mm-hmm. And that was one of those moments you go, you know what, this is pretty darn cool. And this is exactly why I got into this kind of stuff.
Yeah, what a boring job you got, Jesus.
I know.
People always talk about how did you prepare for this role, how did you get in shape, but I would like to know, you know, when you're training for this, you have to eat a lot. So I would like to know what makes you cranky. Is it the fact that you have to eat a lot, or the fact that you can't eat whatever you want?
Well, during mass gain, you can eat a lot, and you're pretty free to eat whatever. As long as you don't go crazy and eat loads and loads of sugar,
Right.
It's okay to eat whatever, as long as you're training hard enough. What tend to make me cranky was when we went to calorie reduction
Okay.
just before shirtless scenes, and bizarrely enough, during that period, my workload seemed to double.
Yeah.
Whether it would be work directly pertaining to the movie, whether it be work which pertained to other stuff in my career, it was exhausting, and I was eating less, and the hours were still very long. That's just when things become difficult. You know, when you're working a 5-day shooting week and then also a 2-day work week for other stuff, it was tricky.
Yeah. And talk a little bit about just being a superhero for your family.
Okay, being a superhero for my family, it's very useful with the nephews. Mm-hmm. They love it.
Yeah.
It got them in trouble once at school. My nephew went to school in a Superman outfit, and the teacher told him off for being in a Superman outfit, and he said, no, my uncle's Superman, and then he was accused of being a liar. Mother was pulled aside after school. And the teacher said my sister-in-law, his mother, so we need to talk about him making stories up. It's not okay, and it's a bad habit to get into. And my sister-in-law said, oh, well, you know, what's he been saying? And the teacher said, he said his uncle was Superman, which is just ridiculous. At which point my sister-in-law was like, I'm really sorry to do this to you. He actually is Superman.
So you went to school dressed as Superman?
No. My nephew did.
Well, but you should have went there just to show them.
I should have done, but then that's another can of worms.
Yeah, you should have done that next time. So, you know, it's interesting because after Man of Steel, you became like really, really famous and you got recognized everywhere.
Right.
But I would like to know, there must have been times where you didn't get recognized at all, and that must have felt really good. Can you talk a little bit about one of those instances where you felt it was really nice to not get recognized?
I know it has happened, where I've really enjoyed just being very anonymous.
Yeah.
It never really lasts that long, though. The situations where it's really handy, like you're in a very public place and there's no advantages to, say, skipping a line or something.
Right.
It can be great, but that doesn't last long. Someone eventually goes, hey, hold on a second, and one person sees the photograph to get taken, and then the second person often doesn't know who you are, but wants to do it anyway just in case they miss a beat. And then people start to see, and then the tweets go out and it starts flooding in.
Oh, man. Happens to me all the time. No, I was just kidding. You know, Superman, he gives people hope, but I would like to know what or who gives you hope in life?
There's a very close friend of mine who is armed services personnel. And he has all of the reasons to be arrogant.
Okay.
All of the reasons to be an unpleasant person. And yet, of all people, he sets the greatest example for me. And he's someone who I look up to and has characteristics which I aspire to.
And why is that?
just because he's a really good person with the best of manners, with a great sense of humor, a genuinely honest-to-God good person, and also someone who's an actual real-life hero as well.
What did he do?
I can't tell you.
Oh, really? It's a secret?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how far would you go to protect your loved ones?
All the way. I wouldn't stop at anything.
And, well, you know, I knew that was gonna happen, that's why I kind of freaked out.
You got me!
Oh, well.
You're gonna go to war. He is not our enemy. Black and blue. God versus man. Day versus night. The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming.